Most prospective students are worried about scholarships and campus tours right now, but for some, the process of applying to college can take a little bit longer. More when UATV starts right now. I'm here on the corner of Dixon and West Street, which right now is home to establishments like Tin Roof or the Walton Arts Center. But back in the 70s, this is where St. John's, one of Fayetteville's historic gay bars, held some of the first drag shows in the city's history. One space on campus allows students to take their learning beyond the textbook. How the makerspace enhances student creativity when UATV is back after the break. I'm here at Thrift Out in Springdale, where they are currently processing the Shop Our Closet donations so that they can go from piles like this to being tagged, steamed, and hung up like this, where they make their way here to the Beautiful Lives Boutique in Fayetteville, where they can be sold to customers. I'm standing here on a piece of Senior Walk in front of Old Main, and getting your name etched into the sidewalk might just be the cherry on top for some students, but for others, even getting to enroll to start that process isn't a guarantee. For most prospective students, going to college is a rite of passage on the way to starting a career.
I want to become an electrical engineer.
But for some, the idea of going to college means a little bit more. Like for one prospective student who prefers to go by the name Tim to protect his anonymity while he awaits a hearing to determine if he can get a green card. For Tim, his interest in attending school and building a life could be the key to staying in the United States.
I'm trying to do something with my life, and I hope I get to do that.
He came to the United States as a child with his mother seeking asylum.
After my birthday, I was just turned 13, and then my mom picked me up and we hopped on this car, and then from there we came over here to the United States.
Since then, he's been in the process of getting a green card, but this process can be lengthy.
I have a court date that's going to dictate if I get to stay here or not, and it has been pushed back since like 2016. It was just me and my mom, and we had court in 2018. The judge pushed it away, and then 2022, and he pushed it away again. And next court is next year.
These delays in legal status have affected Tim's goal of getting higher education because many forms of financial aid are only available to citizens.
So that whole time I've been waiting, I decided to stop waiting and just to save up my own money to go to college. It's
not just about access to education, though. For Tim and other people like him who are currently seeking permanent residence or citizenship, these delays can complicate their ability to stay in the country legally. And even though more immigration cases were heard and closed than opened in the first part of this year, there are still 3.4 million open immigration cases waiting to go through the justice system.
Changing dynamics really impacts immigration law in the United States.
Turnover in the legislative and executive branches brings new laws and regulations surrounding immigration, which can also cause confusion around the process.
The vast majority of the people that come through my door want to do things the right way.
Duel says most people looking to immigrate to the United States want to contribute to the community, not just take advantage of the resources.
If they came to work, they pay taxes, they contribute to their community. If you are here without legal status, you don't qualify for benefits. You don't get SNAP, you don't get Medicaid, you don't get unemployment.
As his next court date approaches, Tim says he's started to worry.
I came here when I was 13, and now I'm 22. And that's like almost 10 years of my life that I could just be taken away and then have to restart again, you know?
For now, all he can do is wait, but in his mind, the clock is ticking. Tim says he hopes to start taking some community college classes in the goal of eventually transferring these credits to the University of Arkansas. Reporting live for UATV, I'm Gigi Kraemer. That's right, I'm here in front of Beautiful Lives, where I learned that even though donations don't close until tomorrow, so far the Shop Our Closet campaign has raised almost 2,000 pounds of clothing. Now, the proceeds from selling these clothes go towards helping women in the community that are impacted by things like getting out of prison or other things like that. I got the chance to learn more about how Beautiful Lives achieves their goals of helping these women.
I don't know, it's super fun.
Ashlyn Watson has been volunteering with Beautiful Lives since she was in high school.
Seeing it go from just a bag of donations to a product on the floor that's beautifully prepared for someone to come and shop.
Her involvement has continued into college and being a member of a sorority.
It's really cool to see the impact firsthand that not only my chapter has had, but also all across the board.
That impact? Donating clothes to be sold in Beautiful Lives' charity boutiques.
The mission of Beautiful Lives is to bring dignity and hope to women, and we do that in a lot of different ways.
While they receive donations from all around Fayetteville, the student impact is undeniable,
Oh, it's huge.
especially in recent years.
We have a lot of student volunteers in our Fayetteville Beautiful Lives, and I think a lot of that has happened as a result of Shop Our Closet.
Right now, I'm here at Thrift Out in Springdale, where they're currently processing the Shop Our Closet donations so that they can go from piles like this to being tagged, steamed, and hung up like this, where they make their way here to the Beautiful Lives Boutique in Fayetteville, where they can be sold to customers.
While Beautiful Lives appreciates the help they get from the students, those who volunteer also get an experience that's impactful to them.
I just love getting to be involved in something so life-changing.
From donating to sorting to shopping, students are involved in every step of the way and making an impact. Reporting live for UATV, I'm Gigi Kraemer. That's right, I'm here outside of the Fayetteville Animal Shelter, and even though it's closed right now, there are plenty of dogs and cats just behind that door waiting to find their way home. Now, shelters just like the one behind me that are city-owned in other cities around Northwest Arkansas and other private shelters around the area are working hard to make sure that all the pets who come through their door can find a new home. But for those pets waiting to be adopted, the choice to adopt can mean a little bit more. Across Northwest Arkansas, animals like skidoots are looking for a home. And while today most animals have the chance to find a home, that wasn't always the case.
I believe everybody wants to save more animals, right? But it's sometimes hard to change the way you do things.
But where some shelters may struggle with overcrowding, Best Friends Animal Society is there to help lighten the load.
We really do our best to work to support shelters that are at or at risk of going over capacity. And our ultimate goal for the animals is really to get them in, get them everything they need, and get them adopted as quickly as possible so we can continue to help more.
For municipal shelters, though, they face the added challenge of serving multiple purposes within the community. Fayetteville Animal Services operate an animal shelter, but they're also animal control.
Municipal shelters are there kind of as I like to think of them as the safety net for animals that are in need.
They are also limited to helping people and animals that fall within Fayetteville city limits, unlike private shelters.
It's really hard sometimes when you get calls from people that their area just doesn't really offer much, if anything, in regards to animal services.
But no matter what type of shelter they work for, Lent and Logan are both in it for the same reason.
In the animal community has the same goals, right? We want to see pets and humans in safe and happy relationships.
Above all, Lynn says that she wants people to reach out. Even though Fayetteville Animal Services may not be able to help those people or animals outside of their jurisdiction, she says they're always happy to help with education and networking to find people who can. Reporting live for UATV, I'm Gigi Kraemer. I'm here on the second floor of Mullins Library, and when you think of students coming to the library to study, you're probably thinking of someone hunched over their notes in a study room. But for students in the physics and architecture program, it could look like coming to the makerspace to 3D print off models that they can use in their classes. Of course, this space is not exclusive to students in those programs. They also offer machines like laser cutters and sewing machines, anything else students might want to use in their projects. And no matter what students are interested in creating, Makerspace staff are here to help every step of the way.
We'll sit down, we'll demystify it for you, we'll walk you through the basics of how to use it, and then we'll sit there and watch you use it to make sure that you're doing it safely, and then we'll turn you loose. And you're gonna make mistakes, and you're gonna do fun things, but at some point you're gonna come away with something that's really cool.
Dubois also says students shouldn't be nervous coming into the makerspace without any prior experience. And if 3D printing or sewing isn't someone's thing, just across the hall from me in the library, there's also podcasting and recording booths for students who might be interested in that. Reporting live for UATV, I'm Gigi Kraemer. I'm out here in front of C4, which is one of the venues where you can usually catch drag shows in Fayetteville. This Sunday, I got the opportunity to sit down with some of the drag queens and talk about drag's history in Arkansas.
Grateful. Most wonderful, amazing, life-changing opportunity.
Every Sunday night, the basement of C4 Nightclub is packed with guests looking to enjoy a show. But for the queens, the appeal of these shows goes deeper than just entertainment.
Drag has kind of been that thing of, I can honestly care less what you think about me and how you think it. I'm going to go out and show up for my community and show up for the kids that when I was younger, I needed to be able to look up to.
Drag danced its way into America in the 1860s, and ever since then, people have been connecting through this art form.
It's a family. Whether, it's a dysfunctional family, but baby. What family isn't?
I'm here on the corner of Dixon and West Street, which right now is home to establishments like Tin Roof or the Walton Arts Center. But back in the 70s, this is where St. John's, one of Fayetteville's historic gay bars, held some of the first drag shows in the city's history.
I've gotten to know those people. Those drag queens and those entertainers that performed back in those days, I've gotten to know because they're still alive.
Taylor says early drag queens in Fayetteville faced challenges around being accepted, especially during the AIDS crisis in the 1980s.
They laid those cobblestones and paved over that road so it could be a little bit smoother for me.
Despite the challenges they've faced, performers say drag remains a source of positivity.
I can put a smile on one person's face every Sunday night that I perform here, then I'm doing my job right.
Taylor and Ivy both say that drag isn't about pushing any agendas, it's about enjoying performing with their friends. Reporting live for UATV, I'm Gigi Kraemer.